Hey guys, how you all doing? Let me ask you, are you paying for traffic? Are you paying for leads? And if so, what is the top five results or sites that you use? Well, I'm going to tell you here in a moment what my favorite sites are and why I like them. All right, so stay tuned. Hi guys, it's Jae Burnham again, and welcome to the latest episode of the Real Jae Burnham Show. And today I really want to discuss with you the top pay-per-click traffic sources with proven results that I have used in my business, and I've seen just phenomenal results from. Now, this is not an end-all be-all. There are a lot of pay-per-click sites, but these are the top five or so sites that I use, and these are the ones that I've collected, and I'm following the 80-20 Pareto rule, where 80% of my results come from 20% of the actions I do, and I've really narrowed it down to these top. I think what is it? One, two, three, four, five different sites that I use. So it's the top five which I've used. Now there are a bunch of places you can do it, but why waste your time if they're not going to get you the results that you need? All right? So in no particular order, let's go into it. But I am going to start off with my very favorite paid per click or PPC site, and that's Facebook ads. I have fallen in love, and I fell in love with it because I was watching a series of videos by Miles Beckler. I will actually leave a description below, that link below to his series of videos about pay-per-click and for Facebook, and I've been following his advice. And now his stuff, he's doing like internet marketing and such, and that's great. But I'm not, I'm trying to run a small business, so I've had to adapt what he has been teaching for my business. And I tell you what, I'm getting tremendous results, tremendous exposure for for pennies on the dollar. I think the most I pay is like 50 cents a click, which is tremendously cheap. You can't even send a postcard out for that much. So, and they're highly relevant and highly effective ads. And I, test around with different photos, different wordings, and finding out which ones produce the best, and so on and so forth, and been hybriding my ads so that they're getting more and more and more refined. But Facebook really does a great job in that you can figure out the demographics, the behaviors, and interests of your particular client, and through different experiments and tests, you can find and actually focus in laser sharp quality, and you'll know exactly who your high paying client will be. And I really love Facebook. Now, in regards to Facebook, there's another place that is very effective too, and that's called Instagram. And reason why I'm bringing up Instagram next is because Instagram is actually owned by Facebook. So when you do a Facebook ad, guess what? You can actually have that translated to Instagram. Then you can just do Instagram alone and use Instagram ads, advertising, and just really rock and roll. But the thing is they're closely related, so you can really get them going. And so you can really refine, get the picture that's going to get the right, the eyeballs, and really refine your ads. So Facebook is really good. And then collectively and associatedly, I have Instagram. So those are my top two. So when I do a Facebook ad, I automatically have it go do Instagram ads. All right, Instagram I'm still fiddling with because you got to tweak it a little bit because it's only a little short, small little snippet that you're allowed. So I'm trying to get that sorted out. But because I am using Facebook, they're working together, and I'm getting some very good results. My top favorite, Facebook. Okay. Next one is Google ads or clicks. So when you go and you do a search for whatever the keyword is, you'll see ads. Well, those are Google ads, and I have found high success, and a lot of companies are using them. The reason why they're using them is because they are effective, right? And Google spends a lot of time and effort to make sure that your ads show up and do well, because through the competition of their auction or bidding that they have for these ads, so that you could, the higher on the scale of where these ads will show, you know, the better results you're going to get. And Google really goes and really analyzes and tests and has and algorithms that just make these ads specific. And their demographics are really good. You can really tweak their demographics. It's not as good as Facebook demographics, but they're getting close and they're getting a lot better. So pretty soon, I think you're gonna see that Google paid ads, their demographic machine that they have, you will be able to really narrow in and focus in on the real keywords and the results you get. And I think they're going to be rivaled because Facebook is really trying to take that traffic away from Google. So Google's going to, they're going to dig in, they're going to dig some trenches. They're going to start ingraining themselves and start figuring out what Facebook's doing and counteracting that. All right. Additionally to next to Google ads is you got YouTube, which you're most likely watching this video on YouTube. Maybe you're watching on my Facebook if I'm natively uploaded it, but particularly you're probably watching this on YouTube. Now, I haven't tried this, but I'm really interested in doing YouTube advertising. I don't know yet. I haven't really tried it, but I'd be curious to see the results of that because it is owned by Google and you can probably use all the same stuff. I gotta see what's gonna happen with it. I'm gonna see what happens, how we can do that, especially during the peak times of the moving season, which is May and August, because you got back to school, a lot of people. So, we got to make sure that we're doing, getting the high time. Ooh, Marty's walking behind me. All right, so I haven't tried YouTube, so I can't say yes or no. It's not one of my top, but it'd be interesting. I think once I got the Google ads down and narrowed in and fine-tuned, I think that I could take that same information and put that into a YouTube video. Of course, if you're going to do a YouTube video, you might want to do, a little bit more commercially, like a TV commercial type for the YouTube. For all the YouTube advertisements I see, they're more geared towards either funny, viral, or like just regular out flat TV commercials. The same commercials you see on TV, you see on the YouTube. Excuse me. All right. But again, YouTube is not one of my top, but it is part of Google, so I'd be interested to see. The next one. Now, I haven't had much success with it. Yesterday, I did a video about stop sending your leads to Yelp, and I really suggest you go and take a look at that. But reversely now, I'm going to reverse a little course here. Yelp, for a lot of people, is a great source of leads. Now, you just got to set it up so that you're getting leads to your website and to your company and not sending them away. Okay? Go watch that video from yesterday that I did about that, and you'll see what I mean. But Yelp has produced good results. I have had results from Yelp, and it is on my list because I have had some good results. One of the great results, but I also haven't paid top dollar for my ads. That said, I've had a lot of guys tell me, "Oh, I use a lot Yelp ads almost exclusively, and and so on and so forth." And I've had Yelp salespeople call me and try to sell me on Yelp ads, and it's usually been they wanted charge me like $400 to $500 a month, which I have found, based on my own test with Yelp, that my ROI just isn't there. I just don't see the value in it, based on the numbers that they can provide me and everything. However, there is a moving company that I know in Port Huron, which is a much smaller city than my area, Lansing, which is about an hour northeast of Detroit, and he's had tremendous success with Yelp ads. He was paying $400 a month for them, and he said he was getting tremendous amount. I have not had that same results. I have had results, but most I've paid is like $120, $130 a month for my ads. When I paid that, I've got some good results, and that's why it's made my list. I'm not a big fan of Yelp, only because they try to hold you hostage by putting up bad reviews up. If you've got a bad review, they'll put your bad review up until you start paying the money They say they don't do it. It's based on an algorithm, which is BS. It's just BS. And you can go and Google this from about Yelp, and they got sued. They've had the government interfere with this, but it is a public company. And as a business person myself, I wouldn't want somebody to interfere with my business practice. I just find it a little shady, but they can operate their business however they want. That said, go check out my video about Yelp and other companies like Yelp about sending leads away from your business. So there's a way to do Yelp, which is effective, where you're not feeding the monster and you're getting the results of the monster. You know, the monster feeds you and you're not feeding the monster. All right? And so that's basically it. Oh, sorry, there's one last one. Twitter ads. Oh, believe it or not, Twitter ads are very effective. You can use various different ads with pictures are really the best. And it's not really ads that you want to do. Basically, you want to figure out what your demographic is. And you figure out what your demographic is by using the Google demographics and the Facebook demographics. And then you start going and befriending them. And you can actually automate this, right? And you start following them. And then you get them to start following you, right? And once you got your demographics from your Twitter, don't spend money on their ads, although you can get sponsored ads, and they do work. But I found the best way to do it is get your demographic to start following you by providing great content, good videos, good pictures, good memes, funny stuff, personal stuff, and of course, educational stuff. Try not to get involved with politics or religion, although I violate that daily. So don't do as I say, do as I tell you to do. That's what my mom used to say all the time. Don't do as I do as I tell you. Don't you hate that, you hypocrite? Come on. Anyway, so I'm telling you, don't do as I do as I say. You'll get a lot better effective. However, I like to engage in debates on religion and politics, so that's just me. But you can be very effective with that. But what I would suggest is once you have the following, you've built up a following of your demographics, like 1,000 or 2,000 people of your demographics following you. You start using memes, and you can do memes and on pictures very effectively and for free using the software called Canva, and it's a cheap software. There's PicMonkey, a couple other different places where it's either cheap or very, very inexpensive, and you can make some very good, high-quality pictures and memes and stuff that will express what you do. And a great example in my industry, in the moving industry, a great example of someone who's doing this strategy very effectively is Louis Massaro. If you go to if you start following his Twitter feed, you'll find that this young man has been able to follow this example and do this strategy very, very well. So in that regards, the guys, I applaud him. Well done. So anyway, these are my top things. And like I said, I'm following the 80-20 rule here. So, you know, there are a lot of pay-per-click sites out there, places you can do it, but they're just not effective. Not as effective as the ones I just went over. And so I'm not even going to mention them. But using these 5 or so sites for pay-per-click, I think you'll get some great results. You're going to have to tweak. You're going to have to, test. But if you do that and you follow some of the advice that others will give, like Miles Beckler on the Facebook ads, I think you guys will do very well and you'll get good results. It doesn't matter if you're a moving company, car detailer, pet center, whatever. I think you can do really, really well with this. All right. So, guys, thank you so much for this. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, kiss my ass. Get the hell off my channel. All right. And also, guys, make sure you share this with all your family, friends, and don't forget, subscribe to my channel. All right, guys, thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.